Gibson screwed up.
I believe I was knocked out and drugged, so my excuse is that I don't remember it.
Yeah, I remember that part. The problem is not remembering that part. It's remembering where the session actually began. That's always my difficulty.
Well, we had
not
just
what happened.
we had just arrived at Miles Station. I believe
Yeah.
was the very beginning of the session and the end of the previous session.
Yeah, and Erica contacted her Banu friend who came over to the ship to arrange buying the fighters we got.
Was he the one who wanted slaves for his weird gladiator thing?
Yes, he's the one that wanted slaves for his weird gladiator thing.
They're not
One
slaves. They're
slave.
honorable
He
employees.
just wanted a team.
He wanted a team for an extremely violent gladiatorial game, which they may or may not survive, plus may or may not be turned into slaves when they
This is
play
American
it,
football.
should they do
You
well at
would
it.
survive. They'd bring you back afterwards.
Not if you're
That's right.
missing your head
That's why-
or
that's
other
why it's
vital
against the rules.
organs.
That's
Team for the
against the
head.
rules. That means it never happens.
Yeah, it's never. It's not likely that they're going to ever have someone killed in this game at all.
Exactly. That would mean the other team would get disqualified and we'd win by default.
Which is really good for the dead person. Really will care at that point. Yeah, but he came on and Miller and a kind of can't remember who else, but Miller and someone else basically did a double team on him to persuade him to buy the fighters at a better price than he wanted. I think it was Miller and Erica. You sort of double teamed him.
And Barry helped.
Yeah, and Barry helped. But Barry basically was the cute model showing off all the ships and standing there and trying to look helpful anyhow.
I shall put that in my bio.
He bought the ships for enough that we had money left over after we'd paid what we owed, and then Edward kind of went for a meal with Morgan and fell asleep in the middle of the restaurant. And woke up the next morning in an alleyway, completely unconscious, having been obviously drugged, and with a message that said something along the lines of, "Morgan's dead, I'm sorry, I love you." Or "I did love you," from whoever was pretending to be Morgan. He called Miller, and Miller brought Gibson and Barry with him to Edward. We did a bit of investigatory stuff, and it turns out that at least one person at the restaurant wasn't who they were supposed to be, as in the person who was supposed to be on shift that night, or no, the person who was on shift that night wasn't the person who wasn't supposed to be on shift. The actual person was in her quarters, if I remember right, and someone was impersonating her, which is kind of probably how they managed to drug Edward. And it was all basically a case of getting fake Morgan out. So we've kind of lost her. She's disappeared. I think Miller was trying to do something to find her, but I can't remember what. Then Gibson screwed up and did stuff he shouldn't and got pulled out for it by Miller.
Yeah.
And
That no one else on the no other character knows about, I believe, unless they secretly know about it. I wouldn't know.
I believe Erica knows about it.
Hmm.
Miller knows about it, but I don't think anyone else does.
The news was broken to Erica slightly afterwards that Morgan had done a runner.
Yeah, so-
She got very angry.
and smashed a few things up.
Indeed.
Yeah. Then we got Mercy to do a check of the ship along with Barry to make sure that Morgan hadn't left anything she shouldn't, and found a weird little spider robot thing that happened to have blood on it. At which point, Miller pulled a gun on the little brat. Rahia? Is that how you pronounce it? Which, for a moment there, Gibson was going, yes, Miller's finally come round to my point of view.
Sanity prevailed.
Yeah, then sanity prevailed, and Edward scanned it and found out it wasn't what Miller thought it was. It was... I can't remember exactly what the blood was, but there's something
Morgan's
about...
DNA.
It was
Morgan's DNA.
Yeah,
connected.
Morgan's DNA on it. And we were about to do a complete wipe of all systems and an EMP pulse to frag anything that might be on board. But we also have this concert to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was it then. We ended just as we were about to get ready to go to this concert. While thinking about setting up this EMP pulse.
And also the hope with the concert is to hopefully draw certain someone back out, I believe.
Yeah, well, she'd be stupid if she does, but...
Anyone have other things that they can remember that Michael hasn't stated?
Nothing much, only that the Banu, we first started interviewing him on the station, and we tried to, I think Erica tried to convince him, and then Miller had to sweet talk him into coming onto the ship. That's really the only...
Yeah.
And it was Erica and Miller who were trying to basically convince the Banu, and it was Barry who was being the blonde.
Yeah, the blonde bimbo and the little skirt leaning over the spaceship, trying to look pretty.
Damn right.
What he didn't was paying so much attention is Miller had painted "I love Gravball" on the back of his t-shirt.
But not playing it.
Yeah, not playing it.
So, what's the opening scene? Are we still on the ship?
Well, I think you are, because last time there was discussion about leaving Mercy behind, because I think we thought that she wasn't going to be here. Out, because there was talk about like nuking the ship or something with EMP.
Yes, but we were only going to be able to do that if no one was on the ship, because it would shut down like all systems, including.
You guys are going to need to figure that out before you leave.
Yeah, well, it's more along the lines of we had to shut down all systems and pull things out that would get fried by the EMP pulse, so they didn't get fried.
So, assuming as Mercy is here, we can bring her along and still do that, if that's the will of the party.
Yeah, sure, I can come.
Seem
If you
to be
still
no
want to,
objections.
if you still want to do that, let's do it.
Miller leans over to Rahia while everyone else is busy and there's a bit of chaos. Hey, Rahia, honey, sorry about earlier. Want to explain what was going through my head there. You see, remember Andy Morgan, right? The lady who was around here, the nice lady?
Hey, Nod.
Yeah, well, the thing is, she wasn't more. She was somebody who was kind of pretending to be her, and we don't really know why she was here, but here to do bad stuff. Anyway, when Barry found that component, Mercy, in the crawl space, I kind of flipped out because I thought they'd replaced you too, kid. That you were one of these things, whatever they are, that Morgan was. You get me?
Puckers her lip a little bit, and she says, "I'm just Raya.
What did she say? Sorry.
I'm just Raya."
Yeah, I know that, honey. Now I'm sorry. I was kind of jumpy. It's things have been a little crazy around here. Anyway, I wanted you to know nothing like that's gonna happen again. Okay?
It looks nervous.
Miller puts his hat on her. How much I trust you.
Touches the hat and kind of pulls it down over her head a little bit.
Hey, it looks good on you, kid. Better than me, anyway.
Looks nervously at Mercy.
You want chainsaw too?
God,
Yeah,
no.
there you go. And hands over the chainsaw and takes a picture of her like that.
Oh my gosh.
Takes it back, obviously.
A very interesting photo.
Because that's Jonathan. Say bye, Jonathan Rahia.
Bye, Jonathan.
Good girl.
Kind of didn't want to say this in front of the others. There's been enough spooking going on around here, but Erica, are you sure this concert is such a good idea?
Why, you think people are gonna pop out and we're not gonna be able to do anything about it?
I'm just thinking, what do you do if you're trying to control somebody with a mole and then the mole gets found out?
Look, I understand. I'm doing this for me, though. I'd rather do this, even if it puts me at risk, than sit here on the ship, cowering under my bed, where people can get me anyway. So, I'm just not gonna let that have any further power over me.
Okay, so just so you know, I'm right in there with you, especially since if you go out there on the stage, gives me and Gibbo a chance to get some payback on Morgan, or what the hell ever her name is.
If they
Yeah,
can.
well, here's the thing. Did the doc fill you in on what we found over in the station?
I think aside from what Barry told me, I've been dealing with that since and haven't heard anything afterward.
Well, here's the thing, right? We checked the security footage. There was a woman who was behind the bar who was somewhere else at the same time as she was serving the good doc and our lady Morgan. So that tells me there's a team over there, right? Now, Morgan is a professional. She does not need it, right? She could have just drugged our friend. In fact, I think I caught her on the cam doing just that. She didn't need a barmaid or anybody else. So, here's the thing. Why do you have a team? Okay. This says snatch to me. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but you gotta admit, my paranoia has saved our butts a few times so far.
Well, that is true.
Look, I'm not advising you one way or the other. I'm just saying, if you're going to do this thing, make sure your crew know what's going down, and I'll try and take care of the rest.
Alright. Have fun with that.
Oh, I will. I mean, I'm telling you, after what we've been through, I've got to confess to a powerful hankering for a bit of revenge here. I know it's low, but what the hell, you know? You gotta take your kicks where you get them.
Revenge against who? And what kind of revenge exactly?
Well, I was kind of thinking the kind that The kind of revenge that can be measured in millimeters, preferably 9 of them, says Miller, showing his gun. I'm talking about Morgan. What she did, I don't know if she knew what she was playing with, but when we were in the pool with the sharks with O&I, she could have got us all killed. Now, I'm not the kind of guy who holds grudges, but, well, I gotta confess, when people put me in situations, and my friends, where we could all get killed, it kind of makes me a little antsy, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure we put ourselves in that situation.
Yeah, well, maybe we did, and maybe that nation, and taking this job, we'd all be corpses back on Davian right now, right? This is a game of cards. It's like dominoes. One thing leads to another. I just want to be the one pushing the dominoes for a change rather than the domino falling over. I don't know, call me old-fashioned. Anyway, I've said my piece. Better go get my hat back before the kid decides to flush it out of the airlock.
I call Miller.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
We're not going to the concert.
Why is that?
Come to the med bay.
Okay. What you got for me, Doc? I'm guessing I'm not gonna like this, right?
You're definitely not going to like it. I point at the tiny little robot thing
Yeah.
that's beating out a Morse code pattern. And I show him this email I got. Do you want to like show it to party or something?
I can show it to everyone if you're gonna share it.
Oh, I'm going to show it to Miller now, but I don't mind if anyone else sees it.
Here, heads up, people. This is Miller over the comm. Doc's got something. I'm flecking it over to all of you. Take a look.
Well,
I took this alphanumeric code, I put it in this microbot, it started beating out a Morse code pattern that translates to Hangar 05. There's no Hangar 5 on the station, we've only got the one hangar. So I search around on the extranet, and there's this rumors of a Hangar 5 not far from the station.
This is probably a trap, right?
It screams trap. Big neon letters.
I'm not saying we're not gonna trip it. I mean, if there's a chance that real Morgan's alive, well, I'm in. But just so you know, we're going loaded for bear. We do this Gibbo's way.
Gibbo
Right.
smiles.
If the message is genuine or if it's fake, this is this is a call for help. If it's genuine, of course.
What do those numbers mean, Doc?
Guns. I thought there was some sort of code, so I connected to the robot and used it, and it started making the message. So
I gotcha. And what are all these letters down here? Are they just random noise or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's an artifact of having to sneak this message out.
Okay.
Again, assuming it's genuine.
Problem is, I don't trust.
Very glitchy.
Okay. Well, tell me what you want to do about it, Doc. I'm in. Whatever you want.
if it is a trap, then that's where the people who've been fucking us over are, and I want to shoot them. If it isn't a trap, that's where someone very important to me and other members of this crew is, and I want to get them.
Yeah, I'm right with you there, Doc. Okay. Only problem we've got is this ship. I wanted to strip her back down to the rivets, and I'm not sure we got time to do that. Enemy could get the drop on us if we go in this boat. I don't see another way, though. Where's this other hangar?
I can't find any coordinates or maps. Maybe you'll have better luck. You're always the better systems analyst.
All right, I'm on it. But you're gonna have to speak to Erica about this, okay? Because I don't think she's gonna be very forgiving about having to leave her consent. So can't say I blame her, especially if this is more bullshit. I'll get on it. Oh, and Doc, I think you ought to do something about that bug just in case. I don't know. Is there any chance that thing could be transmitting our location or something?
Could ask Mercy to run if there's any emissions.
All right. Problem is, we might need it. Maybe we can send something back along the same channel. I mean, it's probably a bad idea, but this whole goddamn thing's a bad idea. Anyway, I'll catch you later, Doc. I got some work to do. Miller goes down to the main deck. Gibbo, you still got that armor?
Well, still got my weapon with. Yeah, got some cloth armor I can wear. Are we actually going to go and trigger this trap?
You're damn right we are, pal.
Oh, fun. Let's go kill things.
Listen, pal, for all we know, these assholes are behind Davian as well. One thing I know is once you find a spider, it's usually at the center of all the webs. Let's step on this one before it catches us in another.
Oh no, fine. We're going to deal with the trap. After all, it's only a trap if you don't know it's there.
Exactly. Barry, start squaring stuff away. I think we're gonna have we might be doing some high G maneuvers. Make sure you ain't left any tools around, pal.
Yeah, I'll get right on it.
So, Erica, you saw the message. What's your take on all this?
Well, my take is that even if everyone else wasn't going, I'd be going. So it's probably for the best that everyone else is set on going.
Okay. Alright, so just so you all know, this is probably going to be a trap, and these people are professionals. We go in here, we could lose some people. Probably will. Let's go in eyes open, okay? Miller meets everyone's eyes. Let's make sure the kid doesn't get mixed up in this.
Eric will motion to Carla and Dron, be like, you guys take care of her?
If you need me to.
Just stay well the heck away from anywhere that's gonna be remotely dangerous, which is generally the whole shit, but...
If this is going to get a wee bit dangerous, then perhaps we should go and stand the station and see you back.
That's not the worst idea, actually.
Unless the plan is to get some people off the ship so they can nap them. But yeah, it's better that we don't. Something happen doesn't
Anyone
to all
they
of us.
want, if there's anyone they want taken, it's almost certainly me.
Yeah, but the first step to getting somebody is getting leverage. But maybe they think they got Morgan at the moment. So something tells me this ain't Morgan. This might not be a trap. Simply because the doc's mole, whatever she was, she said Morgan was dead. Why would she say that if they're going to use her? I don't know. Maybe it's a double bluff.
Anyone have streetwise?
I do. What would it be? What characteristic? Intelligence. Go for it. Yay.
Intelligence or education? I'll give it a go as well. Oh, I don't think I'll beat Barry. Hold on.
Fucking hell. I rolled 3 d6s, including my boon.
Three of you, not Miller, but the other three of you know that, based on what Edward found in like the dark web, this might be a It doesn't. The dark web seems to imply that it's more of like a drug hub than anything else, but you can't say for sure.
Miller tries to basically find out anything that he can on the public database about this urban legends about the dark, about this Hangar 5.
Hunter had a pretty good roll too.
Anybody know any shady contacts in this area? Somebody who might know where this Hangar 5 is?
Well, someone knows a Banu that's fairly shady.
First off, that's racist.
The guy was happily talking about slavery.
Well, I can certainly ask.
Are you gonna ask in person, Erica?
Might be for the best, since we don't really know who's listening at any given point in time.
If this is a drug thing, maybe Dran knows something about it.
Mind if I tag along then?
And doesn't. I mean, like he's like more of a consumer, but like it's sort of like he'll find like a guy, not like on a drug.
He's more skilled at growing his own than knowing
Well,
dodgy lookup.
Well, he'll find a dodgy lookup, but that's just it. He'll find a dodgy lookup. He's not like just gets his fix.
Oh, we know.
Well, I will put a message to, if I can remember his name, Kian.
Right.
just saying I need to meet him pretty soon. Like right now, if possible. Right, that sounds good. Are we close enough that I can just vac suit over? Alright, let's do that. Save on cab fare.
Didn't we learn last episode that that's a common Banu tactic? That you go over there and then they stall you for ages and ages and ages.
That's if
until
you're
you're
doing a
willing to-
trade for something. But yeah, that is a
Okay.
common thing.
That's why it's best to get it started as soon as possible.
Quite warmly by a few. Busy, like, directing some people on. What can I do for you?
Well. Right to the point. We've heard rumors of some shady location nearby known as Hangar 5. And I'm wondering if you might know where it is. How to get there.
When you say this, you feel like his fingers sort of twitch. But he doesn't even look at you. And he just kind of shakes his head. And he drops like, he like kind of goes over to his pocket and like something falls out of it. And he says, "Glad you picked that up for me." And then he walks away.
I'll go pick it up.
I'm sort of motioning to a few of the other Banu to escort you out.
Well, sorry for wasting your time. Just, thought it might be a place we could get cheaper, docking.
Glances back and he says, "Be careful."
You know me. I'm never careful. I'll just nod and head out. Take a look at what was dropped.
Like a little equivalent,
Okay. I think before I leave the ship, I'll check what's on it.
It's sort of like data for its the GP.
Alright, with that, I will head back. I'll just kind of find Miller as soon as I get back, hand him the data stick.
It says come through.
Why are you in robot mode?
Yeah, you're in robot mode.
Because I've hit the wrong key. Sorry. Yeah. Why? So he came through, huh? Nice. That was a long shot.
He also said to be careful. It's not safe. Which I think we already knew, but...
Yeah, well, if Banu says it, it must be a lot less safe than we thought. Those guys are strong stomachs. Miller sets up a virtual area so that he can insert these coordinates and check it all out, but that nothing from this data can come across into the ship. Okay, I'll try and work out where the location of this station is then. Astrogation?
Here, if you-
Okay, I got the location, Miller shouts through the compartment. I can get us there. Gibbo, what we got in the way of bullets, pal?
Well, no, I've got some an assault rifle and some magazines. I'm not sure what everyone else has got. I don't know what weapon we've got on board ship.
A lot. Question is, have we got any payload for it? Miller goes and checks the ship's inventory.
Yeah, you would have been a cool, normal payload.
Yep, board's green, Gibbo. I got missiles in all the tubes, and guns are on.
Hey, fun.
Just wish we had somebody who could shoot straight in this thing.
Well, the problem is the person who can shoot straight is also your pilot.
Yeah, I did a little bit of time in a turret, but not very much.
Yeah, I'm good. It's good with turrets, good with piloting.
I'm okay with turrets.
Let me have Barry.
Nice.
So where's this Hangar 5?
Well, according to these coordinates, it's around an hour away. Miller checks the star charts. Is this location credible? I mean, it's not in the middle of any space lanes or something where someone would trip over it.
Like, it's kind of off. You know, again, like 2 hours through QT is basically dead space.
Wait, it's an interstellar space?
I mean, it's not an interstellar space in the system. It's just
Oh, right.
like finding a space station in the system is. It's probably not huge either.
This is where it is, Doc. It's slap down in the middle of the black. I mean, there's a lot of these gray, even black rocks hanging around in space. Smugglers use them all the time. We used to shake them down when we were in the Navy. I'm guessing this place is not going to be pretty.
Hmm. What kind of electronic security do you think we'll have?
No idea, but I'm guessing if we don't have the right codes, they might start opening up on us, so might want to get working on that.
That code I used for the mini bot, maybe it has more than one use.
Maybe that is the code. I guess we could try it.
You ran it through any ciphers?
Not yet. I'm still checking. Miller goes over to the console. Kind of busy here, Doc. Miller will set a computer program to see if there's any pattern in that random string.
No, but it could be. It could be a.
Well, I'm gonna leave this running, but not finding anything straight away. I think it could be a station code. We're gonna have to play this by ear, Doc. There's no other way to do it.
Okay.
Miller presses his calm.
Now hear this. Now hear this. We're about to get underway, so any of you children want to get off, now's the time.
I literally only understand that it's time.
Yeah, just pretend you understood it and nod.
It's hard to nod to a speakerphone.
You think our comms would be better quality, and not like make your voice all distorted like that?
And Tran are gonna take her out.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. Did we tell them to go anywhere? Oh yeah, you asked Kian.
I think I'm gonna quite enjoy this suicide mission.
I'll tell you now.
That's the
Erica,
spirit.
I think they'd understand this.
In that case, I'd just ask him to kind of keep an eye on them as long as he's in the area, just in case anything dodgy happens.
To go.
Yeah, Gibson will just prep the flight systems for combat, basically.
I got my gun from my bedroom. Not.
I don't know. Can we?
I think you decided
Good.
not to. Is this time
Stands the
sensitive?
time.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
how
up
long
to you
will-
guys.
Yes. Like, how long would it take to
Yeah.
do?
Well,
How long will it
Do
take
we-
to do it?
Okay, does the
Couple
ship have
hours.
an EMP safe?
well, you wanted to do the EMP because you found this little robot. But if this little robot is controlled by the same person who sent this message and it's genuine, it might not be as what's the word? Malevolent as we fear.
Yeah, and I believe in Santa Claus too. Punch it, Gibbo.
I mean,
Well,
it had blood on one of his little feet.
So, no EMP?
Not so far. Not unless you see anybody, but maybe you want to charge that coil up, pal, just in case we needed to zap somebody else.
Yeah,
Okay.
get inside the
ship
station
has
and
a-
set it up.
The ship's. I thought you were gonna like jury rig it, the generator to set off in here.
According to the specs of the Carrack, it has an EMP generator. But I don't know if, in the specs I was using to design the ship, yeah, I didn't know it either.
Fine, I did not know that.
If you look on that outer map of the ship that I used to design it, that big sort of round bit at the back is labeled as an EMP generator.
I wonder if it got removed from the more.
Might have done.
I know they nerfed it like a million times.
Yeah, well, they needed to.
But anyways, you guys can have. But do keep in mind that powering it up would probably take a lot of energy because that's how it works in the games.
Get down, Verbal.
You're gonna knock out probably at least a few of your other systems to shut it off.
Yeah, that's fine. Miller turns around to everybody. Okay, you people aren't in vac suits? Better get them on now. We're gonna drain the air out of here because if we take any fire, explosive decompression's a bitch. None of you have ever been in a firefight in a ship before, I'm guessing, so yeah, it could get hairy.
Where's the turret? Is it just on any one of these chairs?
There's two on like the little wing
Yeah.
things, and there's one
They're
on
on
the
the
roof.
wings.
And there's one
One
big one
under
on
the
right
ship?
on the top.
Oh, there's one on the bottom, one on the top, and two.
Yeah, there might be one under the bottom. I didn't model the bottom one.
I think one of them was supposed to, or one or two of them I thought was supposed to be remote.
So, is there any specific gunning position?
Oh, my phone's going off.
Nope.
Sorry about
Okay,
You strap yourself in there, Barry.
cool. Right, vac suit. Where would the vac suits be? Let's just say that we have them.
They're by the airlocks on the second deck.
Which turret are you gonna be in?
Okay, so
One here in the top.
okay. Is it a different gunning position, gunning seat for each one, or would I be able to switch?
The remote one you can sit in that chair you're in now and do it, but for the other two or the other three, I mean, you'd have to actually be in their chair for them. So.
There. Okay, so maybe if we decide to what is our approach from what is going to be our approach? Are we heading straight into it, or are we gonna like strafe it?
I
don't
think we're
think
gonna
it's
show up. Just ring the doorbell.
We should look like we belong there, I guess.
It's gonna be hard in this ship, but yeah.
I think
You can change the logo.
Oh
You
yeah.
can turn it off.
Or we can turn it to a pirate marking.
Erica, you're the autistic one.
Skull and crossbones might be a bit on the nose, though.
Morgan, who was chief of logo design, but I'll see what I can do.
Just give us a Jolly Roger.
What do we go with?
Barry, once we're away from the station, maybe you could climb in back and uncouple the transponder. I mean, pirates don't usually broadcast their position and identity, so if we go in with that, they're gonna know. They're gonna smell a rat.
very well. I'll do that, and then I'll get into my gunning position. I think I'll go on the one at the front. I'll go in the one at the front. Which where is the seat for the one at the front? Just so I know now for when I return. Yeah. Okay, my screen is black. Cool. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? When you zoom in on that map, the screen goes black.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
I zoomed all the alley out, and I can still see it too.
I think it's only when you're on like the last two on the right.
This has happened to
I
me
think it's a
before. in
limitation
Steven's
of
games.
roll 20 or something.
Probably something to do
Yeah.
with roll 20.
the maps that are to the right of the deck with the map table on, we can't see those when we're zoomed in. They are totally black.
Hmm.
Can only see them when we're zoomed out. I can't even see the grid either. It's like there's a wall there.
I zoomed out
It
and
could be-
zoomed back in. It worked. You can see those last two.
If you move your token over there, you'll probably be able to see when you're zoomed in.
Yeah, it's
I don't have
view
lighting
distance.
on. I don't have lighting on this map. It's not on, and I don't have it drawn either. Oh, actually, you know what? It might be on. Oh, it's probably because I had it on by default. I just never turned it on. Here, try this. Let's see if that.
Well, that seems to have fixed it.
I guess dynamic
Yeah.
lighting was on, but I just never drew any walls because I think I have it set to go on by default on.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah, well, that works for me.
Stevens game as well. Dynamic lighting.
But I haven't drawn any walls or anything, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's to do with big maps. There's like a limit for how far light can travel. I'm afraid the laws of physics are different in Roll20.
Okay. So,
We all buttoned up.
Oh, I thought you were going to do cross chainsaws and a broken computer.
Definitely think we should be cross chainsaws.
Right, Jonathan on this side. Anything else before QT?
Go wicked.
Engage QT and shut off basically all the active sensors. So, and shut down as much EM emission as we can.
what did you want me to shut down again? Remove.
The transponder, pal.
Yeah. Where is that? No ship.
Yeah, I'll be in the avionics. Up front.
Ah. I'll do that once we're off.
Okay, I'm shoving the shield down. And as Miller says this, the glass at the front, suddenly the shutters come down, the metal ones.
Well, did we all put vac suits on and
Yes.
We would have done, yeah.
are we turning the gravity off?
I will live with gravity for now, but don't rely on it.
At least wait until I get into my turret.
Yeah. We're sucking the air out, Barry, so make sure everybody's locked and loaded.
Done.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
We enter QT.
Mercy just blasts highway to hell.
Right. Tell me when we're ready for me to, start moving around.
Start moving around, go ahead.
What role?
Engineering.
Ah, yes. Gonna move over there. Doop. God damn it, mechanic. Mechanic is okay. You said engineering, but
Oh yeah, mechanic.
cool. Come on. Oh, thank you.
Take your time, Barry.
Right. That's that done. Catch you kids later.
See you on the other side, pal.
Don't die, Barry. Only maim yourself, please.
I'll try.
And on that cheery note, have you ever heard of morale, baby doll?
What? I'm on high morals right now, and by the way, I'm getting weird power fluctuations on
What?
my screens.
Uh-oh.
Can I make a sensor check to see what that is?
Miller goes to an engineering station.
It's a 9.
Gibbo, what the hell's going on?
I've no idea. You tell
Here,
me.
here.
Just keep it steady.
I'm flying straight, as far as I know.
Okay, so we're fucked. According to this, we cannot leave QT at the moment. Something wrong with our QT. It's broke. So someone go get that. Get it fixed. I'm gonna explode over here.
God damn it! Back into the turret.
Barry, you hear that?
Run,
Yes.
Barry, run!
Right.
Problem down in engineering, pal.
I'll try.
I've gone a long way.
Right. Right, where am I going on the map?
Wherever the QT drive is.
Main level, back of the ship.
Is it the big green thing on the left or the big green thing in the middle?
That's the QT drive. That's the reactor.
Hmm. Ah, the map disappeared.
Well, this is the only interface I can see. So, oh,
See,
a blue thing.
Oh my god.
Fucking aliens.
Oh, aliens!
Oh, great. Another one of those blue things. That'll be good.
talk to me, people. What the hell's going on down there?
Our blue friend reappeared.
Okay, is he, did he fix the problem or did he make a new one?
Barry investigates.
I will try and help since I am trained in engineering.
There's another spider in here.
Looks like your friend's done us another favor. Damn it, we should have stopped and done that EMP, but there's no time. Get it out of there, Barry. Shoot it if you have to. On second thoughts, don't do that.
Okay. Barry will reach for it.
Edward can roll to.
Oh.
What? Do I roll the same thing?
Spider.
No.
I reach down to try and grab it. I don't manage to. Way.
Fuck.
You can see that it had cut a little wire in the system. You might be with a soldering iron.
Wait, didn't the blue guys help us before?
Maybe the blue guy's the one putting them there. I grabbed the equipment from this. I think those were lockers.
Mm-hmm.
What is this wire? Barry will have a look at and see what the wire does.
The digital control for makes it difficult or impossible to even.
Do you have a
Right.
time?
You can see on one end of the
Counting
wire,
down
there's
the
like a little chip connected to it.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
One end of the wire, there's like a little chip connected to it that was.
Huh. Yep. I think someone's trying to remote control this.
Well,
Well, take it out so they can't.
Yeah. Okay. This might be a bit beyond my reach, but I'll give it a go. Lord save me. That's an intelligence roll, yeah?
Deep breaths, Barry. We believe in you, pal.
Try not to blow us up.
Yeah, thank you for the pep talk. Fuck! Harry
Oh,
returns.
Boom! We all die. New characters, please.
Can I get a pilot check from you, Gibson?
Pilot.
Parlayed.
Ah,
The whole ship
9.
rocks in QT, but you managed to keep it somewhat stable. Though you're off course.
What the hell?
Whatever you
God.
just did, that was not the right thing.
okay. If I take a bit more time, can I like have a modifier to it?
Sure.
Okay.
A boon.
Okay. And how much time will it take if I take longer though? Oh. I can take my time, but it'll take like about 20 minutes. Is that? That might be too long.
I put this engine together, remember? Maybe I can try it.
Are we still on course, Ellie?
You're off course now, but you're stable.
If we're already off course, we may as well take our time and actually get it fixed.
Yeah, unless we're ending up somewhere that someone wants us to be.
Which certainly seems to be the case.
Now, this thing, it's controlling us being able to switch off QT. Is it QT drive? Is it controlling the direction we're going in? As in, can I change our direction? Okay, I'm just basically going to put us into a circular holding pattern. We're not going anywhere. I'm just keeping us going round and round the same spot. Right, we've got 20 minutes because we're not going anywhere.
Has full control of like the power control for the QT.
Yeah.
Alright.
So if you wait too long, it could.
Bad.
Or at least blow up the QT drive, and if you're in the middle of space with no.
Back to bad.
Okay.
I'll give
How
it
about
a
we-
try.
How about we both try? One of us aid the other.
Miller initiates reactor shutdown.
Oh.
You cannot QT with a reactor powered down.
I'm confused. Are we gonna drop out of QT or are we stuck in the QT?
Something's locking you out of.
Son of a bitch.
Barry got an 8 and Edward got. Who was assisting him?
I think Edward would be assisting me, assuming as I would be the one, with my hands in there.
You managed to pull the chip out and reconnect it. so that the QT is fixed, you can drop out if. But you still have something locking you out of the.
You guys got it?
Roll me recon, Miller.
Yeah, we got it.
Whatever was in the engine is out.
Can't see that spider anymore, though.
Spider? There's another one of those critters out around here.
Yeah, I told you.
God damn it. Well, we're locked out of the reactor controls. That's not a good sign. Damn it, I knew we should have torn this place apart.
Okay, if they've got it, I'm dropping us straight out QT.
Yeah, Gibbo, you can drop us.
Yeah, I'll drop us out of QT. Right, we're out of QT. I think we should set up this EMP pulse thing and just fry everything and start all over again.
Yeah, problem is you do that with the electronics in place and you're gonna fry the ship. We need the EMP to be inside the ship, not outside it. There's only one way we're gonna do that. Do we have a secure locker on this ship that is basically a Lorenz cage?
I've got
build
an
one.
idea.
What's that, Doc?
That code that made the other thing just tap out things instead of doing anything else. Let's broadcast that.
Maybe it's worth a try.
They're all stuck tapping out Morse code. They're not eating wires.
I guess, Doc, it's worth a try.
Could be Mercy.
Hmm? What am I looking for?
Sensors to send out this code to all. Ooh. Miller, she starts sending out this code and get access to the controls. And the three of you actually roll me recon. The three people in the.
Okay, it's working.
Recon. Would that be, what characteristic would that be?
Oh, yeah.
He's back.
Okay.
Yeah.
To find like 3 or 4 of these, actually 4 of them. You find 4 of these spiders. Kind of, you hear them tapping. So when you pull them out.
Ah, got you, you little bastard.
Hey, Mercy. Gibbo, are all the ship systems back on?
I will check to see if everything's back on.
I didn't
Ah, another one.
Make a what check? Yeah, Eric can check.
Oh, what kind of check would that be?
Do you have a computer?
Nope. I basically have nothing useful in any situation except for talking to people.
And also
Ah.
shooting.
I can do
Barry
that
the
as well.
second. Barry the second.
It'll probably be.
Sure. Doing a system
Oh, nice.
check.
Ran the system check and everything seems to be fine.
We're back in business, boys.
Good. I don't suppose you can set up those sensors to try and to see if you can detect any more of these things while they're tapping out this code, can you?
Sure.
You find
Hey,
another 5 of them.
Another 5 of them?
So 9 plus the one you found before is.
Where
In
exactly?
like various parts of the ships.
I'll point them to the engineer people.
I'm sorry, Doc. We see this Morgan, I'm shooting her. Nobody messes with my ship.
Christ, he changes his tune more often than band.
Good
I
one,
don't
Barry.
think
Good one.
I didn't think he had another plan from the get-go. Just saying.
That's been my plan from the start. If you find this fake Morgan bitch, but a hole in her head.
Well, that's
that's
the big
not
shit.
fun, guys. You should give her to me for maximum amusement.
Miller exchanges a glance with Gibbo.
Sorry,
can set up the
sorry,
surgery
Mercy.
room,
Sorry, Mercy.
you
I do
know?
not hate her that much.
I'm just saying the surgery room has like an audience kind of watching over it, kind of perch thing. You can just watch there. I can just chop her and put her back together, chop and put it back together, and together and together and together.
You've got
Miller,
Magic
can
Wand,
we
you
take that
knocked out the
chainsaw off her,
Frankenstein.
please? And can I
Come
get
on,
a secure
take it.
lock? Can I get a very secure lock on my room? No.
Oh
Oh, don't worry.
my.
I don't use it on friendly people. You guys are friendly, right?
A very secure lock on my door.
Don't worry, Gibson. I've got the most secure lock in the universe. You'll never get out of there.
Is it the blowtorch again?
You guys, I have a chainsaw. I can just saw my way through.
Yeah.
think about
sorry
it.
To break,
Let that-
sorry to
let that
break in
sink in.
here, but we are supposed to be on a mission here. Hey, you guys.
Alright. Well,
Yeah. Caught all of them. Well, all I can find.
Okay, we'll stick them somewhere secure that those little bastards can't get out of. Might be useful later. Mercy,
Any chance you could backtrack where they were getting their orders from? Someone must have been telling them what to do.
I sure can try. 11.
Find any signals coming in or out.
Nope, they're autonomous. They're doing it on their own, it looks like.
Yeah, so that means they already received their instructions from somewhere.
Just
well, in the
a
meantime,
thought.
why don't you try figuring
Mm.
out where the heck we actually ended up?
Yep, I'm on it.
Here to
Can we
Cinderella State.
figure out where we were supposed to go if we went to this spider ride?
They were just set to basically stop you from going on a queue.
I
And the
see.
ship probably would have eventually exploded.
I'm starting to think your parents don't like you very much, Erica. No offense.
I mean, the feeling's mutual, but I wouldn't have thought they
Yeah.
would have killed me.
Yeah, well, looks like it's getting personal, right?
Might be Cassandra, or people she's working with. I mean, they would certainly want us dead. I don't think her parents want her dead.
Yeah, you got a point, pal.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
Let's work out who to shoot after we've got go see if this Morgan is a friend or foe. Okay, Gibbo, let's spool her back up. Point her nose back at that station and let's see if there's anything there or this is a total wild goose chase.
Okay, here we go. Hold on to your hats.
Can I sit down first?
Um, tell me when you're in place, because I'm ready to go.
Right.
Miller, you'd probably know that the spiders were probably set to do their thing once you guys went into Keith.
Yeah. Well, looks like this blue guy's looking after us.
I think I interrupted him.
At least he managed to let you know what was going on. Fine. Are you ready?
Nearly. Lost. Oh, I lost it. Oh, there it is. No. Oh, there it is. There it is. Right. Strapped in.
Okay. Here we go.
Punch it.
And yeah,
Anything else
fingers
you guys
crossed.
are doing?
Praying. Barry is praying. and with fingers crossed while he's doing it.
Drop out of QT like right near the station, or
No.
Let's have a
It's
bit of
quite a lot. Well outside of weapons range.
right
Yeah.
No, come out of QT while inside the station. They'll never suspect that. They'll never see that coming.
That's
And there's a
because we'll be
reason for
dead.
that, Val.
Yeah, there's a good reason for that.
Okay, we're gonna play this nice and smooth. We'll drop out outside of long weapons range for any kind of civilian or even military bullshit, and then I'll talk to these guys. And if they don't take their weapons locks off us, well, then things get interesting.
Define interesting.
We both try and blow the hell out of each other.
That's my kind of interesting.
Well,
Aw.
we can move and they can't. So unless they got some ships, it's going to be a pretty short fight. I'm guessing they're going to have fighter cover though, minimum.
I suggest
Yeah.
that if that happens, one of you gets on that remote turret station where I was sitting.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you, pal.
on your sensors you see a lot of like ships. They look to be mostly Buccaneers. Atlases.
I put their position on the maps so we can, well, evade. Oh dear.
Let's hope we don't have to go for the blowing the hell out of each other option.
Transmit this code, baby doll. Let's see what they do. Let's hope they stand down.
Well, transmitting the code, punching it in. Should I open a comm channel?
Yeah,
Guys?
transfer to my station, maybe.
Sure. She just opens it and says, "Please stand by," and then refers it to the Miller.
Unidentified Carrick.
Yeah, well, Miller takes a look at the sensor feed. Have the other ships got the transponders on?
There are some that do.
Yeah, we're kind of looking to come in on the down low. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. Looking to expand your web a little bit.
You got it.
right away. I'll have the boss meet you at the hangar, and we'll have a ship come and pick you up. Closes out, and you get coordinates of like a small, like MPV that's coming your way.
Okay, people.
What just
Let's
happened?
stand off here. Shut it down, Gibbo. Keep us out of weapons range. Not that it's going to do us any good.
Well, if they can't shoot at us, it does us some good.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll do what he says.
Let's lock it up, boys and girls, and if anyone's got any toys, says Miller, pulling the slide back on his gun, now's the time.
I always have my toys. Pats my rifle next to me.
Pets Jonathan.
Okay, how do we want to play this? We can go in all guns blazing. I don't think that's a great idea, but
That's the worst idea that we've ever had, counting mine.
And mine.
I just thought I'd put it out there.
I guess
Yeah, let's not do that.
we see what they say. Play it like we're just here to make some acquisitions, make some contacts. See what the heck we find out here.
My guess is they sold Morgan for either organ harvesting or they've slaved her out. So maybe those should be our ends. Maybe ask if we want to see some merchandise or something.
We're just here looking for a Sadatech team.
Great.
That'll go down well.
Maybe you can get into their computers.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Okay, Mercy, bring Jonathan.
You don't even need to say it.
It's already revving.
Miller.
You're gonna put him
The
in a
chain-
little violin.
The chain oils. Miller attempts to access the station's computer carefully.
You get some access to it, but it seems to be pretty well protected. More so than you'd expect from a pirate station.
That's fine. It's probably corporate of some kind. Have I got read access? Because I don't need write. I mean, usually computers are.
Oh yeah.
It's far harder to try and change code than it is just to see it.
So what are you looking for exactly? Because there's.
I'm looking for inventories of. Well, I could just do a search for the name Morgan. It might not produce anything.
Morgan doesn't bring up anything. You do get some inventories of a lot of different kinds of drugs, especially Widow. There's a ton of Widow. And you also see it's noticeable that the third floor is currently on lockdown, and even the computers, you can't get access to the third floor at all. Or I guess it might be actually level 1. There's 3 floors in this.
Do we still have that little box thing
It's technically
Rahia was
level 1.
trying to?
Hmm?
What was your question, Mercy?
I said, do we still have that kind of box thing Rahia was trying to put onto our ship? I was thinking maybe we can, if we get inside and find a station, kind of like plug it in as our door in kind of.
That box was just like a trans.
Mm.
Could the same idea, but with the little spider robots, maybe?
Yeah, that was my call. 9 of those little bastards crawling around over there.
Probably would take a while to read. And what you wanted them to do. you just wanted them to cause general havoc, you could probably set it up pretty easily.
Havoc sounds good to me.
Maybe a computer's check.
We'll do of them to basically. I'm not gonna make them go for mega havoc. What I'm gonna do is for them to attack air reprocessing and recycling and doors, so that they basically all the maglocks open, just in case it goes for the reactor.
Yeah, preferably don't go for the reactor while we're on board.
So that they can't lock the door and they won't have air conditioning.
And sorry.
So this new ship just rolls in, and suddenly the station goes like insane a little bit. Don't you think that's a little?
I think their
Too
fighters would
revealing.
tear it apart before we could get back. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
why would they think our ship specifically? Because you said on the map there were loads of ships going in and out.
Oh yeah,
Were
there's a
there?
bunch
Yes,
of
but
them.
they're new.
And also, the station's on lockdown. Maybe Morgan's creating her own kind of chaos over there, assuming she's
The
responsible
station's not.
for it.
It's just level 1 is on lockdown. You can't even get access to the computers. It's actually like there's an entirely different program protecting the computers on level 1.
My bet on your Oni friends is starting to look a lot more profitable.
Yeah, you could be right, pal. Either that, or it could be some of Cass's asshole friends, or some of the people who were targeting Erica, whoever they were. Because I gotta say,
People.
they were kind of over-spec'd for just mom and pop looking out for Junior.
Wouldn't it be something if they all turned out to be the same people?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the kind of nightmare we do not need.
Yep.
So
we
who
could
are we?
simplify things. We'd have one enemy instead of like 12.
I hate big overarching enemies.
How's the spider bot going?
Not as well as you'd expect. Yeah, and also to attack power feeds as well, because that will also help us. Okay, I've done as much as I can do. How close is that MPUV?
Are you sending the robots to just like, are you just gonna like release them and let them go? Or are you gonna
No. Miller's put them in a quiescent state and only going to release them if we get into a situation where we need them.
I'll be back.
They're
in a minute,
ace in
but
the
I've got to go
hole.
and then
Or are you
follow.
carrying them in like a briefcase or something?
In your
Just-
hat.
In the hat, yeah.
Yep, this is one of those times I'm going to keep it under my hat.
Is everybody going on board?
I'm going.
If you're going on board, put yourself here,
Wait. I need to.
yourself in that room.
Oh.
Here.
I could stay on board if you want. It's up to you guys, but I think you'll need me.
Yeah, we're going to need you. But you, me, and Eric are the three that can fight.
Yeah, you got a point, pal.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
How are you carrying Jonathan? 'Cause
No,
he
just-
he came in a bag.
I know, but it's a shame to hide its assets, you know?
Keep him under Miller's hat as well.
He's a little.
I'll just make a belt, like a utility bag. At some
the
point.
chainsaw.
I know, but I just want to.
Edward, are you coming?
I'm guessing he's
He-
coming.
He'd
Very
probably
bad.
come. Yeah.
It's Morgan, isn't it? Let's face it.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah.
Yep, Miller's going to take a few things out of the ship so no one can steal it, but they can be easily replaced. Powers down the computer as well. All right.
The pilot sort of looks over at Mercy and Jonathan and raises an eyebrow.
We were hoping somebody could fix it, pal. Do you have anybody in the station?
We got some people, but don't turn that thing on.
I don't think it's got any. The fuel cells are gone.
Because
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Carrying bigger guns all.
Sure. That's what we figured.
Mercy's just gonna stare at him.
Are we able to get our weapons onto the station?
there's no check for weapons, really.
Excellent. I do have my pistol.
Yeah, a couple of shady things. She looks over and she says, "An unnamed Carrick. I have to say, I was expecting someone else. Who might you be?" I looks to your groups.
We're kind of past the stage of names, but here's our spokesperson, says Miller, pushing Erica forward.
Thanks, asshole. If you gotta know, we we're the Black Rose Gang.
Black Rose, I've never heard of them, but she holds out a
We're
hand. You can call me
fairly
Diane.
Well, you know what they say about criminals. The ones you've heard of are the schmucks.
For
I
all
ain't got the
intents and
truth, but I happen to know the good ones as well.
well, for all
That's why
intents
we
and,
came here.
for all intents and purposes, you can call me Thorn.
Owen, well,
The rest of the idiots you don't need to know.
understood. I trust you brought the credits.
Of course, we'll deal with that in due time. How many was it?
Well,
So just saying, how many was it again?
depends how much you want to buy and what of it. We specialize in widow over here. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Course. We were actually wondering if you had anything more exotic.
Exotic now.
No, I don't know if you particularly deal in this sort of thing, but see, one of the things we were looking at was trying our hand at Seda Tech, but without the risk to our own persons. If there happened to be any persons around who, well, looking to get into that sort of thing, shall we say?
You're free to recruit some volunteers, but unfortunately, WE cracks down a little bit harder on that type of thing. I try to stay clear of it myself.
Well, that is a sensible business decision. You got a lounge or something in here? We can
Oh, please.
have a drink.
Oh, please. You can come help yourself around the station. I'll be in my office if you need me. Anybody around here can point you.
That'd be just great. Thanks.
Keep in mind, we have level 1 closed off right now, so don't let nobody catch you down there.
Oh, what's going on down there?
Best you don't ask
Inspection
too
or
many
something?
questions.
Just making sure it's not a danger to me and my gang.
Oh no, as long as you don't interfere with them.
Gotcha. So, guess we'll just make ourselves at home for the moment.
Tell me, Recon.
So,
Is that all of us?
Like, glances at you around the corner, and then once she sees you, once you see her, she takes off.
where is she?
Down this hallway.
Where does she go? Yeah, nice station.
Mm-hmm.
Miller tries to jam the door open.
Melee check, actually, that would be.
With what? Strength?
Strength, yeah, you got it. You run fast enough, and you get there, and you sort of jam the door shut. She kind of looks.
Going to my floor?
Which floor would that be?
Miller squeezes into the lift. Puts his toes so
It opens up. It has. I mean, this is a shady station, but it still has normal safety features for this thing. It's not going to close.
Have you found a new friend?
something like that.
Heading down then. Level 2, I presume?
Oh, is that where you were going?
I was going to head a little further down, but you can head to level 2 if you want.
Sure. Come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We can't go in, by the way.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can't. Oh, I forgot the doors.
Remind me never to run again. God fucking damn it.
Miller looks the woman up and down. Is there anything he recognizes about her? Anything significant? Any sort of clothing that can determine what she is, whether she's corporate?
Make me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Okay. Miller taps into his comm so that the rest of the party can see. Uh-oh. This woman is part of the team that was something to do with Morgan. And I mean the false one. She was the bartender.
Well, I mean,
What do you think, Doc?
you're in an elevator with her, so I don't think you're gonna be able to.
No, I'm typing it on my comm.
Oh, you're typing it. You said.
Yeah, I'm typing it on my comm so
Okay,
everyone
okay.
else can see, but she can't.
Oh, you said tapping your common, and then I was like, okay. I'm gonna go
Where's
over
the
and press the level 2 button if none of you do anything.
I'll step in and press the level 1 button and just say, you seem like a busy sort of person. Let's get you there first. Where?
Miller draws his gun and puts it to her temple.
The,
Served any drinks lately, bitch?
the door
That
is
too.
closed. The level 1 button doesn't seem to do anything, Erica. The woman, she looks nervously at Miller and she says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, look, I've heard that before.
Miller frisks her quickly, tries to find any hidden comm devices. Is there a camera in this lift?
Make me... There is a camera in the left, Edward. Hear it? Looking up at it.
Wave, Doc.
Miller, you just barely... She reaches for a gun as you start patting her down, and you just barely grab it before she does. It's just a hand pistol.
No, that wasn't very friendly, was it?
I think we stopped being friendly once you held a gun to me.
Yeah.
That wasn't when we started to stop being friendly, lady.
Okay, so, seen this person recently? Morgan, Miller flashes up a picture of Morgan. He looks at her very intently. Oh, yeah.
She sort of looks away, and she says, no, never. But you see her hand is sort of twitching.
That's a yes, then. Okay. You know what happens if a low-caliber bullet goes through the back of someone's skull? It kind of blows their face off. You want to keep that pretty little face where it is? You're going to start answering some questions. Okay, so let's cut the bullshit. How do we get this elevator down to level 1? Try any tricks, and I promise you will not come out of this standing.
Read the code.
Yeah. Let me guess. You got a nice one for emergencies, haven't you? Punch it in and we get an attack team on the way. Well, make your choice, little girl. Type that code in and I'll make sure you're the first one down on the floor. Miller puts in armor-piercing bullets.
She sort of looks away and she says, I don't think I can do that with other people in the elevator.
How do they know? Camera?
Into the camera. Hand is still kind of twitching though.
In that case, why don't you tell us the code?
She's bullshitting. Do it.
I'm afraid I can't.
Where's the camera?
It's in like the corner, and like on like the roof in the corner.
Which corner?
Left side for Erica. I guess Edward would be over here.
I was trying to point it out, but no one read it, so never mind.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, but no one did anything.
It's just that
unfortunately.
basically, if the elevator's the only way out there, how else are we going to get down there? It's impossible. Okay. Miller says, somebody watch her.
Gibbo pulls his gun. Gibbo just sits there and nonchalantly aims his rifle at her. You think a small bore weapon will make a mess of that head? What do you think this will do?
Yeah, just keep it on the down low, pal. Miller stands up at the camera and he goes over to an access panel and sees if he can fiddle.
Listen, you shoot me. This whole place will be flooding with goons, and all of you will be dead.
Yeah, but you'll
Go
be
our
dead
separate
first.
ways, and be the end of it.
See, I'd almost be inclined to do that, except I really need some answers.
I would quite like some answers as well.
Yeah, well, get your answers now. I'm trying to get in here. Miller's
That's
opening
what
the-
I'm doing. Keep quiet and keep doing what you're. Just gonna look back to her and say, so you can either give us answers and maybe we walk away, or this is mutually assured destruction.
Around and she says, "No, you can't do anything worse to me than they could."
And is that the same kind of worse thing that's currently happening, potentially, to someone I may or may not be friends with?
I don't know anything else. Just drop it, please. Let's just move on. No reason for trouble. Miller, the lift starts moving down, but it sort of stalls around level 2.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
It starts going down, but it stops at level 2.
It keeps cutting out when you say level.
Level 2? Level 2?
Level 2.
2.
Gotcha.
I probably need to completely disconnect it from the ship's actual computer. Hire someone to do like.
Yeah, I'll do it. Maybe Barry. But maybe not Barry.
Oh, I see.
Barry.
Yeah.
Need a hand here, pal.
Righty doke. Do. Right. So I'm assisting you then.
Anyone doing anything with the camera or no?
Yeah, we need to short it out. I'm just going to take its power out if I can find a feed.
The woman looks at all of you and she says, you really don't know what you're doing. Wow, Barry is much better than Miller. Miller, Barry kind of pushes you out of the way a little bit. Shows you what to do.
I know my lifts.
Never doubted you for a second, pal.
Lift starts going down. The woman says, look, you don't know what you're doing. If those doors open and all of you are in here, you're going to get shot and killed.
Well, we'll put you in front of us then.
Mm-hmm. Up front, lady.
Well,
Go
maybe
for
if
it.
you won't survive, suggest some alternative course of action.
One that
We'll
No.
doors up and lays.
we're opening. Those doors are opening, bitch, and you're going to be front and center. So unless you want some ventilation, I suggest you start talking. What's down there?
A whole load of people with very large guns.
Great. Well, snap, bitch.
They're not going to hesitate to shoot you.
Guess what? Snap again, bitch.
Will they hesitate to shoot you?
Probably not.
Probably no, not if I bring all of you down here.
Oh, you're on our team then. Wanna live? Help us out.
So let's pretend for a moment that we're not going to go away. What's the play here? How do you end up coming out of this alive?
I'm going to be able to be perfect.
Well, that's a shame. Miller gets on the ground and cocks his assault rifle.
That's a bit of a pity.
Did this lift door open all the way? Is this like an entire wall that opens, or is
Yeah,
it just
basically it's
like
a whole wall
half
that
of it?
opens up. It's like think of an elevator. The door is kind of.
Perhaps
yeah,
it's
yeah.
time
Mary,
to
jam it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We'll jam it so that only the first part opens and the second
Indeed.
part is still...
Does it open from the center, or does it open from one end?
It opens from the center, but there's 2 different doors, so you could set it to only
Right,
one
yeah,
door
yeah.
open.
Right, block one door. Which door do we want cover? It doesn't really matter. I'll just
The
spot the one
right
right
hand
next
side
to.
looks like a.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I will try and jam this door on the right.
We need the chainsaw.
Mercy, get out of the way. I don't want you in the line of fire. You too, Doc. Gibbo, Erica, I think this is our job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this armor isn't for nothing.
So, are you going to be useful to us, or shall I just shoot you now?
I mean, I can be pretty useful.
Well, I'm not hearing anything. Hello?
Prove it.
There's going to be at least 4 guys. 2 guarding the elevator and 2 guarding your friend.
Where's the,
But there's
Where's
a
the-
whole
what-
swarm of people down there. I'm telling you, it's going to be suicide.
well,
You better start thinking of another way for us to get in there.
Is there another way to reach the room she's being held in?
how about if we stop the lift
physically,
between floors?
physically going down the outside of the station, maybe?
Not unless you
Vac
want to EVA.
suits?
Not unless you want to EVA to the window and shoot your way in.
Assuming they don't have vac suits in the room, that's probably not going to help.
Why is she under guard? Why didn't you just kill her?
They're programming her.
Delightful.
Wait, this chick's a robot?
No.
Biological reprogram. Taking a person and implanting a new person in place that'll follow orders and instructions. But the real person's still in there somewhere, aren't they?
More complicated than that.
Well, basic gist
Okay,
of it
okay.
for us uneducated.
Is there an easier way of getting into section level 1 that doesn't mean we have to shoot our way out of the lift?
As far as I know, the only way into level 1 is through the left. Is the window, but I said that has its own problems.
Yeah.
You know, Skipper, I was a doctor in the Navy. I've heard of some particular methods to use for this kind of thing, and I've always been a bit interested. And I just start making some like medical jargon about open cranial surgery or whatever, and trying to like frighten this woman into believing that I'm going to do this right here in the lift if she doesn't like start helping us of her own volition. A lot more happily.
Are you gonna have Mercy help you?
Do you want me to make an
Intimidation roll.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an intimidation roll.
Based off a medicine check.
You can have Miller and Gibson help you since they're already threatening her. Mercy, if she's willing to introduce Jonathan to a new friend.
Oh, I don't know. She seems kind of useful. It would be a shame to do the surgery here.
Yeah, but she doesn't need both of her legs to be useful, sweet cheeks.
That is correct. That is very correct. She doesn't need arms too, right? I mean, what was she gonna do arms for?
She doesn't need both arms. You only need one arm to put a code in.
Really,
Don't
you
need
only
the other
need
arm for that.
Right,
You only
right.
need a head and a blood and oxygen supply, really.
Torso is enough, I think.
So what thing am I rolling? I don't see like just intimidation or.
I think it's persuasion.
Oh. Again, untrained skill.
Can we try deception instead? We are lying out of our asses at the moment.
Yeah, if you don't.
We are?
I'm trying deception.
You can use deception if you don't intend to follow through on your.
Yeah. I made a vow. I take it seriously. Oh, maybe I do. I don't know.
I'm going to try persuade then. Is it intellect, education, social?
Something tells me Erica should be doing this.
Oh, wow.
Sure, I'll assist.
Yeah. Do I have to roll to assist or no?
I'll just be like, look. All this talk about chopping people up and poking around in brains, that's really not my thing. All I know is that my friend is in there. I want her back with as little horrible things happen to her as possible. Are you standing in the way of that? Or are you going to help me? Because one way or the other, that really depends how I feel about them possibly chopping you to bits for chainsaw practice. Ah, there it is.
Look, if I really want, I might be able to get your friend out, but they're gonna chase you to the end of the earth for her.
I have one other question. Who are they? Who's at the top of this?
I don't know that. Homunculus. No.
Could someone type that in the chat?
Is that like the magical creature homunculus? Or?
That homunculus, right? Do. Charles?
Actually, I think that first O should be a U. I'm not sure.
I think you're right. Oh no, it might be a U. So you say you can get her out. But then you're forfeit as well.
I don't like.
Well, here's a proposition. They're going to be chasing us to the ends of the earth anyway. You don't want to stick around for that. You come with us.
Sort of looks away and she says, if I come with you, they'll do something very horrible to me.
And if they catch us, well,
have you got one of those things
it's
in your
game
head?
over. Look, it's up to you. You can stick around to be reprogrammed over and over again until... I mean, you're even less of a real person than you already are.
Listen, I already said too much. I can pull her out if you want. You're gonna have to trust me to go and get her.
And why should I do that?
Because the second you show your face out there, all of those Marines are gonna shoot you.
Marines, eh?
As in...
I guess promises made to dead people don't really have any weight. So what? We survive the initial assault. You run to the room, get her out while...
The door open so they can't see the rest of you and get her and tell her I'm taking her to the boss. probably just have to shove her in the door and you can get out of here.
So we just hold out in the elevator until you hopefully return?
The plan. Not far.
Well, I'm not seeing what guarantee we have that you're not just gonna tell them to shoot us. And
If you don't, you're guaranteed to get shot, so...
well, I'm thinking we're guaranteed to get shot either way at the moment.
I mean, we will be shot at in your absence.
If you're gonna get shot either way, might give me a chance.
Do I think this woman's lying?
Yeah, ditto.
Because at the moment I'm smelling bullshit.
Yep.
Her twitching in her hand seems...
Why don't we head upstairs and continue this nice chat? You know, just continue it, see where it goes, instead of going into a suicide door opening elevator kind of way.
Look,
I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly what I was talking about. We can discuss this on level 2.
meanwhile, they get a chance to take the lift up to catch us unawares. They already know we're here.
All they know is camera's not working, the elevator is stuck in between floors.
Though we don't know how much they saw before the camera got taken out. They know something's wrong.
We don't know that.
I think we do.
Question is, do we believe anything this girl says? I mean, she's full of shit, quite frankly. If this is Morgan and they've reprogrammed her, I mean, is she gonna be Morgan when she comes back, or is there gonna be some kind of bullshit?
Months to reprogram her, so likely she'll be mostly the hasn't been that long. Not like reprogramming a machine.
Alright, how's this for an alternative plan? You said there'd be 2 guys watching the door of this elevator for it to open.
There's 4 in the opening hallway. I can tell you that.
Say we deal with those 4. You lead me to the room. I'm the guarantee that you actually come back and make good on your word.
These guys wearing armor?
Around and she points like to the wall and she says, "Do you realize how small this station? Everyone's gonna know there's a fire. Even if you manage to make it back into and up to level 3, you're gonna have to shoot your way out to get to a ship."
Are any vac suits on the floor?
You saw some vac suits in that.
I mean, on the floor she's taking us to now.
Oh, there's some vac suits of the storage rooms, but they're military. It's a little complex, so the average person could use them, and even if you could, you need a code to access them. They're locked to DNA. Same thing with all the God's guns. You won't be able to use them if you don't have the right
Right body parts?
He looks nervous.
Okay, people, what's the play here?
Right, so what you're saying is if you slip out of the elevator on your own, the guards are none the wiser? They're a little suspicious, but there's no firefight, so there's no alarm raised.
I'm saying.
But that involves trusting you to make good on your word on your own with no guarantee.
Correct?
Yeah, that's not happening.
There is the old fake prisoner routine. You bring someone in, say they're a new thing to be reprogrammed. That at least removes some of the suspicion from you bringing someone else in.
What kind of person would be ideal for you to bring in?
He looks over to Erica.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
So, while we're here having this little chin wag, why target us? Why was Morgan on our ship?
To spy on a lot of people. Especially people who have connections, you know. Listen, when people know too much, they don't tend to stick around very long, even if they're important people.
Right, so you're saying we probably found out a bit too much?
Well, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Well, in that case, there's no point keeping you alive. Miller raises his gun to her face.
Hey.
What? Hey! The plan?
The plan? Bubblehead here is telling us we're fucked whatever we do. So, I say we go down shooting. Starting with this bitch. Listen, if you were better at your job, we would not be in this shit.
You can go back to the
Wait.
lobby and just, you know.
Oh
leave.
yeah, I'm sure they're gonna let us waltz out. What, they got a birthday cake up there for us?
I'm the only one who knows you're here, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, right, bitch. Miller looks... did I find any communication devices on her or anything?
Yeah, there was like a comm, you know, like a standard comm.
I'll
here.
check it. I'll check it. See if there's any lockdowns or any alerts on the station.
Hasn't been anything set off. At least not that you have access to.
So all I really know is the elevators come down without a proper code being added.
Well, it's been disconnected from the computer.
Right, that. So if it just went back up, could just be seen as a glitch or something.
Are we gonna come all this way and not get Morgan?
No. That's why my first plan is to go with this one. Attempt the bullshittery route to get her out, and probably have to shoot our way out from there. But at least we're shooting our way out, not in and out.
Okay.
And if the bulk of their security's on level 1, level 3 shouldn't be too bad. You maybe want to drop the party favors at some point as well.
Hmm.
The longer we stay here, the more likely things are going to go bad. Just let me go and get her, and then make your way out.
Well, you're not going alone, so because we can't
It's
really
time to roll
trust
the die,
that.
people. It's time to roll the die. I'm trying to I've been trying to reprogram a spider droid to transmit just camera, so I can control it basically, just like a little bot.
He rolled a
Okay.
12 on computers.
Okay, Miller controls it with his hand comm and puts it outside the lift, and then gets it to climb down underneath the lift and go and see if I can find an air vent or something that I can spy where I can see
Mhm.
exactly what we're going to see when the doors open.
Like you're to zoom out and go to.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. What are those guys wearing? Combat armor? Is it electronic combat armor? Son of a bitch.
We haven't
Right.
looked at
Well, that means we haven't even got a weapon that can harm them.
Nope,
that.
we
Pretty
haven't got
much.
anything major. ABC weapon. Oh, armor piercing at all, have we?
The only thing we could do is rig an EMP, take all their suits out. Those things are so damn heavy they might fall over, but those grunts, they tend to be pretty muscular themselves. They can probably handle it. There's no way we can fight our way in or out of this.
The woman seems to be eyeing the spider. By the way, when you pull it out, Miller.
Oh, you recognize this?
How did you get your hands on that?
It's a long story. You'll forgive me if I don't give you the blow by blow.
We're just a lot more versatile than you guys give us credit for.
Miller is going to make another spider droid climb up and try and move through the lift shaft and find a comm array or a sensor array for this station.
I mean, if he just set it to find the sensor array, like, it'll go and find it on its own. It's fairly.
Miller wants to tap into it.
Can I ask you one question?
And the spider to tap into it, is it different?
Asking the woman we are holding hostage, as it were. This reprogramming, they can't remember anything about it afterwards, yeah?
It's not like that. It's hard to explain. Remember everything.
Try.
Most of us lived a few lives. Can't even remember who we used.
So you remember everything.
As good as memory
But-
would allow you to. We're not machines. And the moment you wake up from that bed, you're someone else. You're born, and the second you lie back down on it, you die. Best way I can explain it.
Look, we're not getting through this with combat. So let's at least attempt something. You and me
We
will
can-
go in together, put on some story about me being a new reprogram and figure out from there how to get out. I hope you have an idea for that, considering you said that you could get her back to the elevator to us.
Yeah, I can get her in. Just be ready to close the elevator.
Okay, we have two choices. We either trust this girl, put all our lives on the line, and hope those fuckers down there don't have a grenade, which they probably do, or we turn right round and go back up. So, what's it gonna be, people?
Let's step over the line.
Well, you already know I'm up for going in.
God damn it.
Over, and she just whispers under her breath, "Novice."
Alright. Is there any specific way I should be acting for this, or...
Just act like you're not happy.
Well, I'm not, so this will be pretty easy.
Miller, and she says, "I'm gonna need my gun."
Miller unloads it. You're welcome. Right, Miller tells Gibbo and Mercy to get out onto our side of the lift. It won't help if they can see us.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Have it open a little, or what?
Yeah. And then Miller's going to use a spider drone to cause some general glitches in this area. Nothing serious, just make it go haywire so that they can they believe the idea that the lift's screwed.
Track of how many you're releasing? How many are you releasing?
So far I've released one, and I've got one in the comm tower and one was a camera. So I've still got 2 left.
Well, you had 10 in total. Unless you count
Yeah,
the
I only
broken
brought
ones.
I only brought 5.
Keep track, because you might not be able to recover them.
Yep. That's why I left 4 on the ship.
Open just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she pushes you out a little bit. And Alright, come on.
I kind of stumble, bit, look generally unhappy.
Yeah, the guys look
Oh.
over and she says, "Boss is gonna be glad I got this one."
Oh, here we go.
We are not all going to make a stealth check.
No. Okay. Is this
But
dex?
it's going to be a terrible average, I'm afraid, because I'm
Can I
trained.
Yep.
help by drawing the attention to myself?
Sure, make me persuasion, I guess. Or deception, probably better.
Right. I'll just kind of like look like I'm trying to run away, but obviously there's nowhere I can go. But still, like, I might do something stupid, so someone might have to step in.
Erica's kind of pushing around and making a lot of noise.
Cool. Is this dex based?
That's useful because that just upped mine by 5 to 10.
I just upped mine by 6 to 10.
Somebody give me the average added up.
Is it dex based?
But put it this way, the average is over 10, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. Says, I'm gonna hook up to a bed until the boss is nod, but they keep an eye on you, Erica.
Alright, I'll look like I'm calming down because clearly there's no getting out of this one.
And so where you see on the bed, there's more. Shuts the door and then unhooks Morgan from this machine, and Morgan becomes conscious.
Of course it's me. Now, how much do you remember?
Stuff, but I don't think that.
Okay, well, let's hope that that somebody else is gone. And, we'll see about getting out of here.
Listen, when I tell you, run and get on the elevator as fast as you can. You'll know
Incidentally,
the sound.
Barry,
Mhm.
who jumped up the thing, will shut his he's ready to shut the lift door, as it were.
There you go. Woman leads, and she says,
Before she does, I'll say, and what happens to you?
probably just reprogram.
Did you become used to that over the years?
Boss wants to see these two. As you're walking, the guards are definitely suspicious at this, but then as you're walking towards the door, one of them sort of starts to step in front of you, and she shoves, kind of like pushes you to.
Okay. At the shove, I'm going to immediately shove Morgan into the elevator. When the door opens.
On the floor, kind of like she's.
And jump in
Artemis.
after her.
Shut the door! Behind Erica, hopefully.
You hear screaming and shooting from the other side of the door as it shuts.
Take cover!
I think this is our signal to go. Barry,
Yeah.
let's reattach the power, pal.
Be repair to see how fast you're getting the elevator up.
No!
Miller AIDS. Yeah!
Get in there, Barry. I know my lifts.
Right, back on the top floor.
This is where it gets really bad.
Oh, you mean it wasn't bad before?
Well, there were no bullets involved before.
Don't worry, I just told the station there's a capital class Vandal ship prowling on the edge. Should shake them up a little bit.
You get those
Bit of
fighters
advantage.
distracted.
Not very good. Hold on, I'm trying to find an alarm sound.
I've got a lot of alarm sound effects if you want to steal one by Transmog. Oh, you can't do it. That's right, you can't do it.
Here we go, that was perfect.
Alright, what's our plan for getting back on our ship?
Yeah, they start going off. You're not sure if it's because of the capital ship or if it's because of what you did. So.
We run for one of those taxi ships.
Hmm.
And,
If we need-
get to our ship.
Miller takes point.
Okay, Edward, have you got her?
See a few of these guys sort of running around. putting on vac suits, actually.
Miller comes into the room. Hey guys, what the hell's going on?
One of them says,
Capital ship just poured it in.
Jesus Christ. Hey pals, can we take the shuttle? We'll leave it, but we need to get back to our ship fast.
I'm
probably gonna need to make a persuasion for that.
How about deception?
Perception works fine, yeah. What is everyone else
Come
doing?
Come on.
Well, I was waiting for everyone else to start moving, because I'm gonna basically stay near Edward, who's carrying more.
They sort of look. The guy looks over and he says,
Sorry, pal, we're too busy. You're just gonna have to bear through it.
Mind if I take a look myself?
In that case,
Go right ahead,
if
go right ahead.
if Miller's having trouble, I guess I'll burst in like, the hell's going on here?
Listen, there's a capital ship coming in right now.
No, I know that much, but why aren't we being allowed to get back to our ship?
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, you'll have time for it when we help you deal with that son of a bitch. We have guns, we can use them to help.
"Deception."
I mean, if a third person coming out was saying, "Hey, what's going on? I can help."
Hey, he motions to one of the other guys who just finished putting on his backside. He says,
Fly them back, we could use another ship. I know they just brought in a Carrack.
guy comes over. He opens up the ship for you, Miller, and he gets in and starts getting ready to pilot it.
Much obliged.
Well, we'll be happy to return the favor.
I'm still on the old. I'm still on level 1.
So move yourself over.
Oh right. Sorry.
Go to the right.
Yes.
I have it all on the same map.
Cool.
But we're on the ship now, so we're getting the hell out of here.
As I'm carrying Morgan, I was first time customers, you know how it is.
They just sort of nod. They're kind of. I think they'd normally be more suspicious, but they're sort of distracted.
Doc.
Yeah, there's a version of this that doesn't have the Bucky on it. I'll replace it.
Right.
You arrive. What are you gonna do? There's a person piloting this. Are you just gonna let them fly off? Or are you gonna like shoot them?
Shoot him.
Right.
Overload the reactor and send it at the station.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do with the MPUV?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm overloading the reactor to go critical right in the bay. Bang.
Okay. You shoot the guy in the back of the head. I'm not gonna have a roll for that, 'cause obviously he's not expecting.
Can we wait until we're out of the bay?
Well, I'm assuming this is going to
Back on
happen
the
once
ship.
after he takes you back to your ship.
Yeah.
After you're back in your hangar, is that correct?
That's right.
Yep.
Sorry, asshole.
Nothing
Oh.
personal.
Oh fuck! Oh, you could have warned me. Scared the
that'll warn him.
shit out of me.
Doc. Mercy, take care of Morgan. Doc, I need you back here on this reactor. We need to make it go crit.
Someone gives me.
Okay.
It'd be either mechanics or computers to set it up, and then you're gonna need pilot for someone to actually program this to navigate.
Okay, that'll be me.
Go for it, Gibbo.
And I can assist on the mechanic, or I can be the mechanic and someone can assist me.
Not much better
I'll
than
do,
you.
the,
but-
I'll do the computer check.
Can I assist with some engineering? Because I am.
Sure, engineering's fine.
Please, for the love of fucking God. Yes!
Yes!
Hey, you managed
Oh,
to set-
I have
Huh?
I have mechanic as well, so I'll help.
Yay!
thing. It's not perfect, but it'll blow up near, you know. 'Cause this is sort of last second. It's not gonna cause like massive damage either. but it'll definitely be enough to throw them off.
I don't suppose there's a way you could make it blow up on that mysterious dark level rather than in the hangar bay.
Yeah, we
you-
can probably do that.
On like the bottom level. Again, it won't blow up the whole level, probably.
Well, unless we ram it through the plexiglass window and then blow it up.
Set the bomb
Okay.
to go off when its speed reaches 0.
Like,
That'll
keep in mind,
solve.
keep in mind it'll hit the shields first.
We'll make the MPUV go slow enough that it doesn't actually affect the it goes straight through the shields and then blow up.
Just keep in mind if it's going slow though, they might actually shoot it. Like if it's like slowly approaching.
Well, can you set it so that it looks like it's just returning as normal, then just veers off at the
Yeah,
last?
we'll
Yeah,
we'll
you
set
could do
we'll
that.
set it and then drop at the last minute. Barry's best day ever.
Set it up to do that. Are you leaving the body on board?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Why
sure if
not?
Mercy one did it.
No, it's already there. It's ruined.
Oh, we've already got 2 dead bodies from the last time we were on someone else's place, haven't we?
Mhm.
Don't have time to.
Let's get out of here, people.
I wasn't suggesting going and loading them on. I was just going to say Mercy can practice on them if she needs to. They're already gone.
Alright, so you fire off the MPV, and run to your stations.
Yep.
We're getting the hell out of here.
I don't seem
We're
to
getting
have
out of
figured out
Dodge.
what's going on yet, but you imagine it won't take very long.
Yeah.
Well-
So you give me a route and I'll get us out of here,
Do you want me on turret?
just in case.
Right, I'm running. Ah, fuck my leg.
Action stations, everyone. For these rolls.
Might
Yeah,
want
we're gonna
vac suit.
pilot roll too.
Vac suit. Barry runs and gets his vac suit.
Oh shit!
You never took them off, pal.
Oh, right. Ah, good. Na, 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 na.
Already some ships starting to change course and going in your direction.
In our direction? Why our direction? We're blown, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's hit the gas.
Punch it, Gibbo.
Yeah,
Porcelain
see?
in.
Since the course is in, I'm punching it.
Where are you going? Like random space, blank space.
Yeah, initially that might not
Yeah.
be a bad shout.
Yeah.
That's your astrogation.
Pilot check. Bold.
Is anyone in the turret?
I am.
I got in the reserve turrets.
You guys want to make me some rolls as a sort of approach?
Are we
Okay.
shooting?
They're getting within range, so it's up to you.
Okay, I'm using the ship's. I'm using my pilot check to basically give them to weave and dodge so that they can't hit us. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to make your shots more difficult, but fuck
It
it.
does- Yeah, fuck it.
You do know how to probably take these ships.
We still don't want anything firing at us.
Nope.
Right. Fuck
Are
it.
we opening fire then?
I mean, you outrange them, so you get the first shots.
Yep. Go
Fuck
for it.
Weapons free, pals.
Weapons free.
Open fire.
Oh, fuck. You're dodging too hard.
Shots
Oh,
go
well.
wild.
Suppressing fire.
This time you have a boon since you already.
God damn it! Miller goes to the auto.
I don't. Now I don't need the bloody boon.
The ship goes into QT.
Not before Miller gets a shot.
Well, considering the range,
That's right, we missed.
Ow. It's fine by me.
fire
Well,
a few pod shots. I mean, it does make them dodge and slows them down, even if you're not.
Yeah. That's why I said suppressing fire, even though that's not what it is at the moment. But
Where is Morgan? Because I don't want to.
yes,
reprogram
keep an
Thursday.
eye on Morgan.
I remember you asked people to take her to sickbay, and while I stayed to help with the thing, but now that we're in QT, I'm heading straight to the sickbay infirmary thing.
Yeah, I probably
Hmm.
would have just been there anyway.
I'll get there too. Just the
Miller.
gloat, if nothing else.
Gibson looks at Miller and goes, "You do realise we've just let the bitch back on the ship?"
Compromise, pal. Life is all about compromise.
Think we should check to make sure she's got no more of these bloody spiders on her.
Let's get her in the medical bed. Let's start a full scan. A roll, or is it just...
Mercy can assist if you.
Though not with Jonathan.
Oh,
I don't think Mercy would care.
well, it's 777, right?
Seems stable, but there's definitely some sort of spikes in her system.
The other one mentioned it wouldn't matter if she got away. Can I do a scan if she has anything blow uppy in her system? Would that look?
Sensors.
Hey guys, you dealing with Morgan down there?
You don't detect anything like that.
Okay.
You do see some nanobots in. They're starting to die
Tracking?
off already.
Huh. Okay.
Is Morgan still conscious?
Out of it.
Alright. When she comes to, ask her if she was the one who sent the message.
These medical tubes are enclosed.
Well, I think you'll need a good rest before any interrogations are going to begin.
Run far, run fast.
Miller's checking the sensors to see if we're being followed.
I'm not going to leave the med bay.
It does not seem so at the moment.
Come at
Hey, on the off chance that Morgan's got something in her that you guys don't know about, can you put a jamming field around her isolation tube so that basically she can't transmit out, just in case?
I mean, I checked, but there was some nanobots in our system, but they're dying off pretty quickly.
Still probably a good idea to be better safe than sorry.
Yeah, you know, the tech these guys are packing is pretty damn impressive. It's going to pass any kind of cursory, even medical scan. I mean, we've looked at Morgan 100 times. Doc must have had her in the sick bay a few while, so if we didn't find it then, you're gonna have to look harder. Take time.
I mean, I'm itching to see what her insides look like, but
On this one, I'm with Mercy. Um,
Believe me, I'm not about to rush things, Miller.
I think, you know, Edward got this. Sure, why not?
It can also take longer to get +2 to the check.
Up to you guys how long you want it. This is just like the first few minutes sort of thing.
Well, you don't want to take too long, because they might blow her up.
Well, don't drop out of QT then.
We ain't.
So, how long is it? Like an hour of scans and monitoring? So is that boon or modifier or? Here's the medical one. Fuck off one.
Oh dear.
See, as you're scanning her, the bots, like, as they run out of energy, they're not like completely dead or anything. They're disappearing. They're just disappearing off your sensors because they don't have anything. But you would guess if they have like a certain field, they would reactivate.
Can I jam that field?
They're responsive. They're receivers, so they don't send anything. Basically,
Yeah, but
they need
they're
like a
gonna
wireless energy to power them.
something.
So the question is, can you get them out?
They're powered off for a long.
Okay. That's probably safer than brain surgery.
Aww.
Brain surgery wouldn't be able to get nanobots out anyway.
That too.
A lot of wounds that have clearly been patched up. Gels, like sort of like heal stuff. You can see like a lot of gunshot wounds all over her. Like recent ones.
So she didn't go willingly then.
Probably came from when she sent out that message.
If those robot things, the nano things, have been in her head, well, it's taken some effort to be able to make any independent action.
Mm-hmm.
It could literally push her nerves and remote control her.
And we've let her on board the ship.
We let you back on the ship, didn't we?
Oh, sorry.
Miller, I suggest we drop out in dead space far away from any signals and stay there until I'm sure these have been flushed out of the system.
If you're sure, Doc.
Well, the only other way I can think to get them out is jump out of terror and get some incredibly highly expensive medical equipment, which we don't have the money for and would have to steal, and there'd be all sorts of signals there anyway.
Have you tried just seeing if they react to certain frequencies? Maybe you can lure them out. I mean, these guys have got to have a way to get them in and out, right?
Well, Mercy says they have some sort of a remote field power thing, so any signals we might send might just get them straight back to what they were doing.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay, we're getting ready to drop out.
What was it? You saw where they were holding it, Erica. What was in there?
Well, I'm no doc, so how much do I remember?
Had some tubes and things.
I mean, it looked relatively standard, just high tech and with some extra tubes and stuff.
Hopefully they're burning in hell now.
No, hell's what's coming for us.
Well, I don't think that'll be new given the last couple of weeks. Would like some bigger guns, though.
Look, these guys are after us anyway. They already rigged our ship.
Mhm.
At least we just gave them a bloody nose. That's got to be something, right?
Okay, I'd still want to prefer to know who the hell they are.
We got a name. Not one that means anything so far, though.
Hmm.
And we know of 2 people, or one set of people that have dealt with them.
Including your family.
That's what I meant.
We might have to go and speak to your parents.
Well, you have fun with that. I've got other things to be doing. Literally anywhere else to be.
Don't you want to go and see Mummy and Daddy, dearest?
You can say hi from me. Punch to the face seems about right.
I was thinking more along the lines of letting Mercy loose on them with Jonathan. Without anaesthetic.
I don't have that word in my dictionary.
You are not allowed
You
to
are
perform
never,
surgery.
ever going to be going anywhere near me for any sort of medical work if you do not know what anaesthetic is.
Do you remember when she took the Hippocratic Oath?
It
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
say I needed
promise not
to
to
use
infringe on-
anesthetics.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was the bit where it's like, I promise not to abuse my knowledge and infringe on the
Yeah.
personal human rights of other people, and the response was, "Aww."
That's true. I never actually said, "Oh yeah, I will do that totally."
What about
I'm
first,
thinking of an episode of Hannibal or something.
what about the first do no harm bit?
Do no harm to yourself while operating on other people.
No, first do no harm to your patients.
You can't haggle your way into a different kind of doctorate, or
Watch me.
I think she intends to try.
Law school for a while?
Oh dear.
But you
everyone else
know,
doing in that?
you shouldn't just kill people. Like, shoot them in the head. Miller, that's just wrong, okay? Because, you know, someone might need some practice. You never go for the head.
The way we're going,
Never.
Sweet Cheeks. The way we're going, Sweet Cheeks, you're gonna get plenty of practice.
Oh, you keep saying that, but I don't see any alive bodies on my tables.
How
Except
can
Morgan,
there be
but he's
alive
not
and
alive.
bodies? Bodies are usually dead.
No, bodies are alive. There are alive bodies. Your body is alive. I can change that if you want.
Come anywhere near me with that bloody thing and I'll break it.
You need to sleep at least, you know, sometime.
I'm a very light sleeper.
So,
Forget it.
you know, and next time we're gonna suddenly flash mob into kidnapping somebody to actually doing our bidding. You know, a little warning beforehand would be nice.
Yeah, well, we were kind of rushed for time, okay? You know, the whole trying to survive for the next 3 seconds thing?
Yeah, like, but in the first place, why did you have to pull a gun right then and there? We could have just strike a casual conversation. And
Oh, hi there,
were
Missy.
interesting.
How about we take us into the secret facility?
Yeah, hello there, lady who recognised us and was running off to tell the
Look,
her
she
bosses.
was sensible, and the fact that she helped us at all says that she was actually leaning towards helping whatever Morgan is, whatever they are, those reprogrammable human beings.
Okay,
yeah,
we
I
have.
gotta.
I just thought of one other thing we have a problem with. Erica's got 2 members of her band and her little whatever that brat is to her stuck
Rahia.
in the middle of nowhere. And how are we going to go back and get them?
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it soon, because otherwise they're gonna have eyes on, and that's gonna be their leverage. Like I told you. But we'll see how things turn out. Doc, we need to go back to the station pretty darn quick.
How long would it take for these things to work through her bloodstream? I give
Can
Miller
we
that
accelerate
amount
it?
of time plus an hour for safety.
Is there like a dialysis machine that we can maybe accelerate the rate of it,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
you could do
getting
something
out?
like
We can try, I suppose.
This is where we kill Morgan after all this.
We can have. I mean,
7.
don't make it painful, do you?
Do I have to?
You don't have to. I just know Mercy.
I'm sitting in the medical bay. If you start torturing people in front of me, I'm just going to shoot you, and that's going to be that.
I'll just say to Edward, like, you want to put her down for this because it's gonna sting.
let's do that. I administer whatever space thing is required.
So I light it up.
How long?
Completely sure.
How far are we from the station?
Not too far. We'll say like 2 hours or so, unless you keep going further. In which case, it's gonna.
We've already stopped, so if we go back into QT and we give the doc 2 hours, that means the moment they think she's right, we can drop out of QT and get on the station. Because I'm thinking time is of the essence.
Yeah, we want to get them and get out of here as fast as possible.
Is anyone doing anything during those 2 hours?
Reattaching the IFF transponder. Creating a flight plan to get us the hell out of here using a zigzag QT pattern.
Anywhere you want to go?
Well, we did say we were going to get Mercy's mum and Barry's mum, and we better go do it before this delightful organization uses them as leverage as well.
Well, how likely do you think these people are doing that kind of stuff? Because I have a family member on Terra which is in the same system.
Yeah. My entire family's on Terra, pal.
If they're anywhere, they're probably on Terra.
Yep. Miller's gonna calm his grandmother and appraise her of all the shit and ask her what the hell to do with the family. Send it in code. Based on current rolls, not very good. Yeah, as predicted.
Fairly, a lot better than most of the things I've rolled so far today. But not as well as Barry's done for most of the day.
That's right.
Yay!
I'll tell them we've rescued Morgan. She's not feeling so good. Give her some time, and hopefully she'll be back to her old self. But in the meantime, the bad guys who had captured her probably aren't going to be happy, so we're in for a rough time.
Basically, we need to change the logo on the side of the ship to a target.
If that's what you want to do, but I know your film is pretty important, but we shouldn't be going and pissing off no guys who are like that. We just here to play some music.
I know, and if you want to cut all ties with me and go do that safely, then...
I know how this game works. If I've got ties with you, then I'm probably dead, you know. He looks over to Millie, actually.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
If I cut ties with him, I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to end up dead, ain't I?
Thanks.
Probably, yes, because they'll come after you.
I can't say I'm well versed in this type of thing, but I know at least a little bit of it.
Well,
Look, none of us asked for this, right?
Just thought into our lives then, didn't it? Yeah, let's get Morgan back then, yeah?
yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
So, I guess end of the day, I'm sorry, because I don't know, maybe without me, this wouldn't have ever happened to you.
No reason to worry about it now. We just got to move forward, I guess.
Question is where, though?
Not on shows and not anymore.
Common sense says we shouldn't. But, I mean, we've just got our bassist back, so...
No, if you found us another, let's try not to cancel this one.
Yeah, we'll have to just make sure we don't stop by that particular station again.
Barry will reunite with Rahia, and Barry will crouch down and hug her. And basically, do you want to help me maintain the ship, Rahia?
By helping, she mostly just watches you and occasionally hands a tool over.
Indeed. That's what Barry was referring to. This time Barry will go somewhere. Health. Instantly, most of the time in between, Barry's been drinking in the mess hall. But once we reunite with Rahia, he leaves the bottle in the stall behind.
Anything else anybody wants?
Miller goes into his room, closes his door, takes out a bottle of alcohol and puts it on the desk in front of him and just stares at it. And then, after about 10 minutes, puts it back in the drawer and goes and lies on his bed. Yep, that went well.
We're alive.
Barry's been doing that moment for the past 3 hours, basically.
Guys easily could have been dead if you had gone.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, wow, everyone else is dealing with this quite well. I suppose it's because they've got something to do with Morgan. Meanwhile, Barry's like, fucking hell. Oh dear. Oh well.
No, they would have kept us alive and reprogrammed us.
Much better.
So that they could kill us over and over and over again.
Or no, well, so that we can do dangerous work for them and die over and over again and pay back in blood all that we offended them with.
Guy, there's this guy out there who needs a new seat.
Certain Banu we know.
At least I never have to pay back the debt for the ship. Leave that to some other Barry in the future. Okie dokie.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
running, Elliot.
Thank you for
See
winning.
ya.